Does China have a point? Are a lot of the accusations or the beef that the Trump administration has, are these historic or are they current issues?
They're current issues. The two sides have had these issues for many, many years, and discussions have gone on for a long time, but they haven't been resolved. So we are where we are today because the issues remain.
Barbara, we're just getting a line out from the Bank of Japan, just one moment, cutting its purchases of 5 to 10-year JGBs to 410 billion yen. We were looking at 430 billion yen in those last operations there. But getting back to the topic at hand, is this the right approach for the Trump administration to take, even as a negotiating tactic? I mean, I know that you were the negotiator in TPP. Would that not be the optimal way for President Trump and for the United States to be able to have more control over global trade?
The administration's been trying to build leverage, and it's been using various tactics to try to increase its leverage against China. One of the easiest ways that it could have built leverage was to remain in the TPP and then have a coalition of like-minded countries that would have joined together in setting high standard rules that address many of the issues that we're looking to address with China, and also to put pressure on China to accept those rules itself. China initially was very concerned about the establishment of TPP and saw it as an initiative aimed at encircling China, and then eventually, when it became clear that this was going to be the prevailing standard in the region, began looking at it more carefully and recognizing that there were elements in there that might help it with some of the domestic reforms it would need to undertake to strengthen its economy.
The dangers are quite enormous here, but Barbara, how far are we from a trade war? How likely is it that we enter into a full-blown conflict like that?
I think it's a very hard thing to call at this point. It's a day-by-day situation. As of the end of last week, the administration was preparing investment restrictions and export controls that it was planning to announce on June 30th. When word of that got out, markets reacted. They fell by 300 points. There has been a lot of negative press about many of the actions that the administration has taken, especially the 232 on steel and aluminum. And I think that the administration recognized that if it went forward with investment restrictions, it would be hard to pull those back, and it would discourage investment in the United States. So now it has pulled back from some of the actions it was going to take and decided to allow Congress to legislate those investment and export controls, and will be now looking at other ways to try to negotiate with China. The question now is whether or not the administration will go forward with implementation of the tariffs that it has said it was going to impose on July 6th. And I think we'll wait to see if it goes forward with that, or whether or not the U.S. and China begin a negotiation.